surviving on the bad day. In these last days, we have been experiencing chaos in the world, both economically and socially. Disasters rock the world. And what should we do in these days of the end? Isaiah 26 hours 20 minutes sets out to close the doors and hide, for a moment to pass the wrath of God. But would this verse be for the current times? Being careful is a biblical principle, and we can say that it is a divine principle. So we could read in Genesis 7:1 that Noah is hidden from the evil that would occur, which in this case was the flood, and stayed there until the waters came down. We can also see Exodus 12:22, in which the Hebrews should hide at home, with a sign on the doors, so that the angel of God would not kill their children. What we have is that we must be very careful with what happens in the world. When looking at the problems of the world, it is easy to see that such things are apocalyptic, that is, they define the end times. To ignore such effects is not to accept reality. The world is in turmoil. Nothing in the world is safe. Jesus can appear at any time, and today, each day that passes, more and more people stop believing in God, and live their lives without thinking about God. They ask, where is God when the world and people generate so much evil to each other? In 2 Peter 3:9 we have that God does not delay his promise, but some consider it late, that is to say, they consider that it should have already happened. The verse says that this happens because God wants everyone to be saved, and awaits the decision of each one. If we continue and read the 2 Peter 3:10, it defines that Jesus will come in an unexpected way, when people consider that Jesus would not appear. At that moment Jesus returns. But is this period now? As much as the world is in turmoil, people continue to search for parties, and to group together, even having rules for not grouping. Thus, even in this moment of difficulty, people instead of seeking God, seek pleasures. In fact, it is very dangerous nowadays, because people are losing their rationality more and more every day. In Luke 18:8 it defines an interesting factor, a question about the last days, in which it says whether God will find faith in the earth. So one of the points that demonstrates the closeness of Christ is the lack of faith in God. And in all countries, especially Europe and the East, believing in God becomes something for the ignorant. And in many cases, people are persecuted. On a bad day, survival is trusting God and doing the best you can, leaving the vanities of the world, and looking for the safe way. In Luke 12:37 we have a parable that defines that we must watch, that is to say, we must be attentive to what happens. Take great care, and do only what is necessary and important. And so God will entrust all things to that watchful servant. In these last days, we can only trust God, but trust is in a rational way, and preventing the day from harm.
If you are looking for more content from different areas, visit the reformadorstad.com website. News and detailed content can be found, with system of research and organization of text and video.